Rolling. Welcome to day 9, guys, to FitHack Your Life in 30 days. Today, we're going to talk about the 8 steps to lose weight. Now, these are the 8 steps that I use and I prescribe to everyone that talks to me, whether it's my clients or just people in general that have this question. These are the things that I talk about. This is very sustainable. This does not mean that you have to eat chicken and broccoli every day to get those abs. Or if you do want to step on stage or get like super veiny abs, then we might have to tighten up some things. But for the most part, this is very sustainable and this is how you get results. All right, so number 1, guys, figure out your BMR. We touched on this the other day when we talked about calories and macros, but we have to figure out our BMR, whether it's using a BMR testing machine, a VO2 max machine, should be able to do RMR or BMR. And what it does is you breathe into a mask and it monitors the gases that you exhale, because it takes a certain measurement of oxygen to burn a calorie. Okay, so if you're exhaling a certain amount of carbon dioxide, it measures this so it knows exactly how many calories you're burning. Okay, so once again, BMR is your basal metabolic rate. It's when you wake up, or if you just wake up, you're conscious and you don't move, don't exert any force. That's how many calories your body needs to run. So what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit to it, 200 to 500 calories because of life. Brushing your teeth, getting a glass of water, all of this stuff takes a little bit more energy. So we want to make sure that you're eating enough. Okay, so next, step 2, your calories and macros. If you guys want to deep dive into calories and macros, go back to the video a few days ago called Calories and Macros. But we're going to touch on it real quick. So the total number, so you have your BMR. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys can also go to on Google and type in free BMR calculator, and they are everywhere. Just put in your information it asks for. And just know for lighter individuals, it's going to be a lower number than it should be. For heavier individuals, it's going to be a little bit higher. It's just a formula. It gets you pretty close. It's a great starting point. Just know that going into it. Okay, so calories and macros. Once you have your BMR and you add this 200 to 500 calorie range to it, that's your target deficit. So anything above this number, you're going to gain weight. Anything below this number, you're going to lose weight. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, on calories and macros, on the day that we talked about that, you learned that you can split your calories by your macros. So proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, they make up your calories, right? Your caloric intake for the day. We can split those into percentages. Now, a great balanced percentage is 30% protein, 35% carbs, 35% fat. That's a very balanced diet, as you can see. So by doing this, this stops you from eating too bad of food, right? As it can be, if it fits your macros. That's a big thing right now. It can be if it fits your macros. So you can eat almost whatever you want, as long as it fits your macros and your total calories, which your macros make up your calories. So don't even pay attention to calories. It's about your macros. If you can hit that protein, carbohydrate, and fat level, then you're going to see success, okay? But obviously, the worse food that we eat, the worse we're going to feel and perform. There's a difference between bad carbs and good carbs. There's a difference between good fats and bad fats. That's the way that it is. Sorry for my stutter there. Okay, but these things have to be, you have to have some type of goal, okay, to get to know exactly how much to reach, what your body needs. Okay, the third step is meal plan and prep. If you're meal planning, okay, you're figuring out exactly what you're going to feed your body for the next few days, and you're writing it down exactly so it fits the macros, okay? And then you're prepping. You're going to cook it all, package it all, put it all in your fridge or containers, whatever it is, so that way you have this food with you. Now, if you're like me, I'm a volume eater. I love to eat a lot. So if I eat every 3 hours, I am fine. I'm fine with eating my healthy delicious foods, okay? But when I wait, if I miss one of those times, I get hangry, okay? Hungry and angry, and I kind of go out of control because my urge for sugar just goes through the roof. And obviously it has to do with a little bit of my glucose levels, but I crave this, so then I'll terrorize through the cupboards and eat anything that I can because I'm so hungry. And that's been a tough thing for me to balance in my life, but as with all things, you can get it under control. So by prepping, you know exactly what you're going to eat throughout the days or the week or however long it's going to be, okay? And this runs into the next step, step number 4. Track everything that you're putting in your body. Because if we do not, how can you reach success? If you don't know exactly what you're putting in your body, exactly what your body's digesting, how do you know you're going to reach success? You can't just say, okay, well, I'm going to eat this much food every day for the next few days and I should lose X amount of weight. I don't think it works that. It's not that simple, and I don't think it works like that. But if you're one of those people and it does do you good to do that, then by all means, carry on. Okay, but that's why it's so important to track those things. There's free apps out there that help us do this. If you guys need help, right? This is what I do. I personal train and I online coach. This is what I do for a living. I absolutely love it. So if you guys need help, just reach out. But these are all the things that you can do on your own as well. Just don't be afraid to ask for help. We all need help once in a while. All right, the fifth step, this should have been number 1 because before I do anything to anybody, as soon as they become a client, what we do is we manage their stress and their sleep. I should have said sleep first. This is about sleep. Sleep is so important, okay? Especially good restorative sleep. We need to be getting good, long enough sleep to restore and replenish and heal our bodies. If we're not, it can wreak havoc on our bodies, okay? Literally by controlling sleep, making sure someone is getting enough sleep, I can change someone's body in just a few days, and it's unbelievable what it can do. And then stress, okay? As long as we can manage stress, I need you guys to learn to meditate or sit and self-reflect. Some people don't like the word meditation. If you want to call it self-reflecting, that's fine. Whatever helps you guys do this. This is a key, right? We need to be in control of all the thoughts that are running through our head. And I know we're all going through something. We all are. No one is going through something worse, okay? Nobody should ever judge someone because when new things happen, different reactions happen between different people, right? We all deal with things differently. And that's okay. I understand this. But that's why you have to. The only person who can get control over this is you. So you need to sit down and meditate or self-reflect. Think about your thoughts. Think about the ways, the steps that you can control these emotions or steps that you can take to conquer these, okay? It's work. It's a lot of work. But we have to make time to do this. Otherwise, one day it's all going to build up and then we're going to lose control. And I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather meditate than take an insane amount of pills to help me control my thoughts, right? That's why we have to deal with this. There's a lot of stress these days and we're all going through it, but this is something that we must do, okay? Because if not, this arouses the sympathetic nervous system and it can mess with our cortisol curve and our melatonin production, so therefore we won't be sleeping good. And then these next 2 are actually that they can have a huge effect on that. And we already talked about them just a few days ago. One is about blue light and the other is about EMF exposure. So about blue light, artificial light, guys, 3 hours before you go to bed, you should be powering down all of your devices and staying away from them. And if you have to work on them, please wear your blue blocking glasses. Get a pair by the software that you put on your computer to monitor the blue light. Anything that you can do helps, okay? So please do that. Same with EMF exposure. That's step 8. Control EMF exposure as much as possible. Unplug the Wi-Fi, you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go back and watch the blue light and the EMF exposure. It's amazing. Tons of information. It was a really couple fun days to do that stuff. Don't have something that's powered running right beside your head in your room. The EMF, the electromagnetic frequency coming off of it can mess with our bodies, our brain, okay, because we do have electrical signals going on in our body, guys. So these things are all things that are sustainable. You can do this for a long, hopefully forever period of time, because I didn't give you one thing that's super hard to do. You just have to make this stuff a priority, guys. I didn't tell you that you have to eat chicken and broccoli every meal, every day for the next 10 years. I did not say that. We have to do things that we like. We have to eat the foods that make us happy within reason. Obviously, sometimes a Snickers or a Milky Way can make me happy, right? But that's not part of the meal plan. That's not the idea. But substitute that. If that's your craving, then substitute it for something that can be beneficial, like a rice cake, okay? They're delicious. They're very low carb, and they might curb that craving, guys. This is how we get control over things, little by little. And this is how we reach 100% success and hang on to it for the rest of our lives. Okay, these are the steps that we take. And this is what I prescribe. This is what I do. So I literally just gave you my entire business that I do, except for the training part. Okay, so this is what I do. You guys can gain control over all of this and reach your goals. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below. And if you know one person that could benefit from hearing this, please tag them in this video or share this with them. Somehow get them to watch this information. I want to help as many people as I can. So with your guys' help, I'm hoping that I can do that. And I am so excited to continue on our journey to FitHack your life in 30 days. And you guys become the best you. And we will see you guys on day 10.